All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak B'Nash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim, I heard pushing this gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh Bahashem Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh Bahashem Shai, Lord willing, fall upon all your houses. This is Brother Quana Walls come back at you, Lord will, with the edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Shai. Lord will, it is edifying. Lord will, it is straight to the point. But I had came across, this brother's post, right? GMS dedication 2, right? This brother's always posting, very edifying, information, So, Lord will, you can ultimately go and subscribe and, be edified and be informed on, certain things that are going on, right? But as you scroll down, it says, on the picture, it says Morris Brown College reinstates face masks as the CVD cases rise in Atlanta, right? So, hey, prepare for another lockdown, man, right? We already have, Klaus Schwab's daughter, right? That hit that mole rat, ultimately, ultimately talking about, how there's going to be the next lockdown is going to be a permanent lockdown, right? The next lockdown is going to be a climate lockdown, and it's going to be permanent, right? And you're seeing a whole bunch of fires and stuff like that, right? That are happening all over the place, which Lord will, I can get into, a little bit later, but I want to touch on this, again, how they're ultimately starting to, come out with a new strain of the CVD-19, man, which is, according to Esau, is starting to be a major player, right, when dealing with these hospitalizations and so on and so forth, right? So prepare for another lockdown, right? It's about to come, it's about to hit, right? Whatever Esau Edom ultimately blames it on, whether it be, whether it be on these fires and, flooding and so on and so forth that's happening, right? Because you got, Hurricane Hillary or something like that that's ultimately hit the West Coast, of America, which, it didn't do too much damage like the previous ones, right? But it still did damage, man, right? So Edom very well could blame it on those type of things, those climate, events, right? But then here you go with another, Slakia, hold on. Slakia. Slakia is kind of creeping up on me. But here you go with another, strain of the CVD-19, man. So I'm going to read this right here, man, and, grab a few precepts and then we'll get out of here. It says, Morris Brown College in Atlanta, Georgia, is reinstating face mask on campus as the CVD cases and hospitalizations rise, man. It says, Morris Brown made the surprise announcement on Sunday in a letter to faculty, staff, and students. The letter cited the rise in positive CVD-19 cases among students in the Atlanta University Center, the AJC reported. Right? It says Morris Brown President Kevin James told AJC.com the mask mandate is a precautionary measure. He said there are no reports of positive CVD cases on the Morris Brown campus. Right, so again, they're taking what they're saying is precautionary measures, to ultimately what? To do what? To try to prevent, right? Try to prevent, positive cases, so to speak, which is ultimately what happened in the beginning, right? When the whole scamdemic ultimately happened in the first place, right? They were telling everybody you need to mask up, right? That it will protect you from being able to get it, right? And it came out that what? All this shit, right, and everything that they told you to do to take the icky vicky and so on and so forth, right, it never helped, man. If anything, there were reports that came out that those that ultimately wore, the mask for a long period of time, ultimately were hindering themselves, man. And there was, there's a lot of people that are skeptical about the information that came out about that, but you're ultimately breathing into a mask repeatedly, right? You're breathing in more carbon dioxide than if you were to, leave off the mask, man, right? Because some of that air that you breathe out stays within that mask and you're breathing that back in, So ultimately you're reducing, you're reducing the amount of oxygen you're intaking, man. You know, and that's just, you know, at this point, man, you know, a lot of people are just, again, they're just against any kind of truth that comes out, man. Right? They don't want to hear the truth, man. You know. But nonetheless, we're going to continue to read. It says the Atlanta University Center consists of 4 historically black colleges and universities on Atlanta's southwest side, including Clark Atlanta University, Spelman College, Morehouse College, and the Morehouse School of Medicine. Right? It says Morehouse's website stated the prevalence of the CVD cases on campus is minimal. Thousands of students returned to the HBCU campuses in Atlanta on Wednesday, right? Which you can ultimately, you know, from that, right, you can ultimately say, hey, here soon, right? They're going to start to tell you that cases are positive cases are on the rise there, man. Which again is ultimately going to prompt, you know, the locking down or the shutting down of these schools, man. Which will then ultimately, you know, you got, again, other states will ultimately follow suit with that, man. Because again, Atlanta, right, is a very popular, you know, city to go to within America, right? It's a major city within America, you know. So how much more, you know, other, you know, not so big or not so popular cities, right, around there, right, start to ultimately implement the same measures, right? Locking down, shutting down, you know, starting to, you know, bring those masks back and so on and so forth, right? And eventually it's just going to spread like wildfire. Right, all across America again, man. You're gonna start to see, you know, these people, you know, them bringing up this, you know, C19 again. You know, it says the news comes as multiple Beyonce fans tested positive for the CVD virus after attending her Renaissance concerts at Mercedes-Benz Stadium on August 11th and 12th. And that female right there, I mean, Beyonce, she's a whole demon, man, you know. And I wouldn't doubt, you know, that her concert was ultimately a pivotal point for them to be able to try to spread, you know, this new form of the CVD-19, man. You know, I wouldn't doubt it. Just speculation at this point. I'm not saying that that's exactly what it was, right? But hey, I wouldn't put it past her, man. You know, she's a very high level fucking demon, man. You know. But it says the Eris, right, and this is the new strain, you know, of the CVD-19, right? It says the Eris variant is now the most common CVD virus in the U.S., accounting for 17% of hospital cases. Eris has also been detected in more than 50 countries, according to Newsweek. Right, man, we're just now hearing about this, man. Right, so it's just coming out, right? And Esau, you know, Esau's throwing out these numbers, these random numbers, man. You know, we never heard about this till, you know, I want to say, you know, just a few days ago, man. You know, so how is this, you know, all of a sudden, man? Right, but hey, that's how Esau Edom works, man. You know, and I want to look up that word Eris, right? And I heard up the blue letter, right? And this just shows you that Esau Edom is the one that's, you know, in control of this, man. Right? It says Eris, right? You look on online etymology, it says the goddess of discord in Greek mythology, man. You know, so this is one of Esau Edom's, you know, false gods, man. You know, it says the goddess of discord. It says from the Greek eris, which means strife, discord, right? So there you go, man. You know, it says right here to separate, you know. And that's ultimately what Esau Edom ultimately did in the first one, right? He ultimately, you know, brought forth, you know, which again, the scamdemic was ultimately a way for Esau Edom to gather up his data, right? To gather up, you know, the information on who is going to, you know, side with him and do what he tells them to do and who's not, you know. And this ultimately could be, you know, another go at it, man, so to speak, man. But we understand that, hey, the next move that he makes, he done got all his data. We understand that the next move that he makes, man, it's going to be a major one, man. You know, it's going to be a major one, man, you know. And this right here, man, this is going to lead to that lockdown. This is going to lead to shutting down, right, of all these, you know, just like how it was in the scamdemic, right? All these businesses and, you know, all the activities, you know, fun parks, you know, Dave and Buster's, Buffalo Wild, all these things that people enjoy doing, right? People love to go out, you know, love to go hiking and traveling and this and the third. All those things, right, are ultimately going to be, you know, shut down here soon, man. You know, it's going to be the C19, the CVD19 lockdown 2.0, man. You know, this is what's coming. You know, and ultimately you people need to prepare. You know, prepare for what's coming, right? Wake up, right? Quit keep keeping your heads in your phones and heads on your pillows, man. Wake up, man. You know, it's time to wake up, right? And I got this right here. Romans 13:11 says, and that, right, knowing the time, right, knowing that these things are about to pop off, knowing that these things are ultimately going to come upon the world, right? Again, right? The lockdown is going to happen again, and this time it's going to be worse, you know? It says that knowing it is high time to wake out of sleep, right, man? Rub that crust out your eyes, man. You know, sit your ass up, drink some water, you know, the spiritual water, you know, and be spiritually hydrated, man. Because, hey, you people right now, man, are spiritually dead, you know. You're not seeing nor understanding what's about to take place. But again, the prophets, right, the true prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushua are out here on the highways and byways, right, making video epistles throughout the week, telling you what's about to happen and the severity of what's about to happen, man, and how important it is for you to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding now. You know, because as it says in Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of salvation, man. You know, so the only way that you're going to make it through, right, the only way that you're going to be able to survive this next go around of lockdowns and, you know, other things that are ultimately going to come with it, is for you to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know, that's just it, man. Right? It says, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Right, man? Right? All a deliverance is right around the corner, man. Right? So how much more, right, these troubles that are to take place before it? You know? Again, this is why you need to get that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. We're at the end. You know, we're at the end of the end. And really, Esau's about to show his face, man. Esau's about to show his true colors. You know, brothers been going in on that really all week, man. Really for, you know, a while now, right? It's always been the main, you know, a main topic, right? Esau, Edom, and his agenda and how he's going to come down. But more recently, right, since, you know, Esau, Edom made that statement, right? The World Economic Forum made that statement, you know, about needing the C-HIP to be able to participate in society, right? He just ultimately solidified that, man. You know, he solidified that, and brothers is going in and paying attention more, and, you know, which again, I'm not taking away from, you know, what brothers were doing before, right? Because brothers have always been going hard on Esau and his agenda and so on and so forth, but brothers are going harder now, man. You know, because we see it, man. We can grab it, you know. So how much more should you people? How much more should you people be paying attention? How much more should you people be, you know, trying to, you know, really get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man? You know, because soon here in a minute, man, it's gonna be just like the scamdemic, right? Just like the first scamdemic, man, where everybody was forced inside to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know what I mean? Forced inside to sit down, right? And you had a chance to get the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And what happened? Everybody was bullshitting, right? Everybody was scrolling right past the Israelites, man. You might not have heard of it before, right? But the Lord basically sat everybody down, right? And made it to where there's no excuse. Hey, well, this time, hey, the lights might go off, man, right? We don't know exactly how it's going to play out. We just know that a lockdown 2.0 is coming, man, you know? And that there's many factors that are going to play in on why that lockdown is going to happen, right? This climate, you know, situations that are happening, right? And now this, right? This new strain of, you know, the CVD19, man, you know? So again, keep your eyes open, man. You know, wake up, rub the crust out your eyes, man. Get some of this spiritual water, man. Get spiritually hydrated, man. You know? Because, hey, it's shit's about to pop off, man. You know, you got to get ready. But that's all we got, man. I just wanted to ultimately bring that out, man. You know, it's more of like a spiritual rant, so to speak, man. You know, so with that, Lord will is edifying, Lord will is straight to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rachak, Wadash, double honor to the elder apostles, elder bishops, great millstone. Till next time, I say shalom.